I've been a fan of the Elixir since it came out, and it does exactly what I need to do. Long off the tee, holds a lot of greens. I can easily spin it with the wedges. Performs very well, okay? When the new ball came out, the Vero X1, I was skeptical because they say it's longer off the tee, but usually that means it's a harder cover. Well, it's not a harder cover. It's just as spinny as the Elixir, but it just pounces off the face. It is amazing. So I highly recommend it if you're looking for an extra couple yards off the tee and still want that same spin number that you get in your wedges and your irons and everything else. It is an awesome ball. Team Encore. See that? Got me for life.
For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore.
Huh, Ridgeback. Ridgeback? That's pretty cool. So it's a brace for the face?
Ridgeback, like the dog.
I'm really a cat guy. So what is it?
The best feeling and longest metalwoods you'll ever hit.
Is that Bernhard? Oh, great, Langer.
You know why I play Tour Edge? Because I win with it.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Welcome back to Biggs Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Amazon devices, and on YouTube as well. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, as we are on YouTube TV. BGT-TV is. And this segment is sponsored by Tour Edge Golf, golf's most solid investment. We play Tour Edge because Bill and I win with it. So,
what happened? It went crazy when you like, we play this because of blah, 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 blah.
Wait. You
right?
say that again. It said I was waiting for it because I was going to fill it in with something of my own. But
yeah, so watch this. Take 2.
Welcome to live TV.
Good.
This segment is sponsored by Tour Edge Golf, golf's most solid investment. Bill, the golf father, Quabus, and I win. No, we got to do that again. Okay, let's do this again. Hey, Take 3. This segment is sponsored by Tour Edge Golf, golf's most solid investment. We play Tour Edge because we win with it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that
it?
I thought you were gonna say we played.
Sorry, folks. That thing went from being a blockbuster to a dud. I was waiting for the fireworks to come, and all of a sudden she goes, "Wait, that's it."
Because we win. I thought you were gonna say we play Tour Edge because we need all the help we can get.
Well, that too.
Oh, Biggs! Shots, Biggs, and you're like, well, I'm not even gonna. I'm not even.
Well, Bill does need all the help he can get, and so do I. Let me tell you about Tour Edge. We want to welcome Tour Edge to the family in all seriousness because Tour Edge has a close place in my heart. For my broadcasting career and my golf career, Tour Edge happened to be the very first set of clubs that I ever owned. Very first staff bag with my name and broadcasting when I was working at Oldies 104.3, and my broadcast name was established, and boom, got a Tour Edge Golf staff bag with my name on it. It was really, really cool. And Bill, we went to the factory, and there it was.
There it was, sitting on that shelf.
Yeah, back in 2001 when I got that bag, and there it was on the shelf there, and
with your name on that shelf.
Yeah.
Wow. Oopsie.
I'm trying to be serious here, and here he is cracking jokes. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So So when we developed this relationship with Tour Edge, and we've had a relationship for quite some time off the air and stuff like that, but 2021 certainly was the best year that we said, hey, Tour Edge, jump on board with Big's Golf Talk, and they've seen what we can do, and and how hopefully we can help them and stuff. And one thing about Tour Edge is not unlike any other brand. They offer a 48-hour turnaround once you've been fitted, with your clubs being shipped to you, and also a limited lifetime warranty on your clubs. So something should ever happen, I don't know any other club company that offers a limited lifetime warranty on their clubs. So
I don't.
And we're gonna put that to a test. One of my guys, he bought the HL3s. He's remember Rich, so he got the HL3s. He got fitted. HL3s was it. He graduated when the HL4s came out. He bought the HL4s. He went and he got the full set, everything. What was it? I was actually with you guys. I normally golf with him on the weekend, and I come back and I'm like, you're hitting your driver different. And then I look at it; it's the HL3.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
And I asked, what happened to your HL4? And I don't know what happened to it. But
without that,
I don't know what happened. But I'm trying to investigate to find out. But I did tell him they have a new set out, so he might need an upgrade. So I wasn't there. Whatever happened, so I don't know. I'm not going to speculate, but I think there's a broken head inside of it.
That's right.
People get really how would you say? They get very invested. I don't know. Yeah. He's very emotional when he comes. Yeah, he's invested in emotional when things happen. So if your thing falls off, you can get a replacement. They'll do those kind of things, but if you get emotional, you're not gonna get much of anything. So sorry, we love them. I don't know, man. Have you played it with any of them, Amanda? Have you ever tried it? I know you can't because of.
Yeah, no, I have. Actually, I was at a demo day. I want to say I don't remember where, and I did. And also, my dad actually has a few Tour Edge pieces himself. So. I think it's great. Back in the day, Tour Edge did that giveaway on the par 3 type thing where they had if you bought their wedges, it was free shipping and that kind of thing. And so I think I convinced my dad to order some, and they were great. They are phenomenal. So anyway.
Well, they have a whole new line of series of clubs, and you'll see the commercial on BGT-TV and talk about injection and the irons and all that stuff. And fiber core, yes, fiber core. Can you imagine fiber core? I think we're supposed to be getting those clubs, fiber core.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be playing those. So that's gonna be kind of cool. TourEdge.com is the website. So. All right. Now that we get past that beginning of the show that we just fumbled all together, and
there were a lot of takes.
Yes. How about our roundtable discussion? And roundtable discussion, no shells versus
the shells. See the difference? And I'll tell you what the difference is for you guys on the air and on this show. You have not seen my man on that side, this side, whatever side, eat pistachio nuts without shells. Why don't you show them, Biggs, how you just stick your hand in there and start chewing? So a serving is 49. If you put 49 pistachios with shells in your mouth, it's not going to work, right? Biggs, can you put 49 pistachios in your mouth? Just you see how tiny they are, right? So when you do the big style without the shells, he's not going to eat one at a time. He's not going to take his time cracking the shell. Yeah. And you know what? When you have too many in your mouth, you lose the flavor. It loses that.
Unless you have green chili.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter which ones you have. I mean, no, if you stick too many in, there she's like, For those that didn't see that, Amanda was giving it the thumbs down. So yes, I think if you have it with the shells, you are forced to savor the flavor. You know what I mean? And that's the key. If you could savor the flavor, can you imagine breaking 49 pistachios open, the time that it would take, as opposed to you just throwing 49 pieces of pistachio on your desk and try and eat that thing one at a time? It's not going to happen. You're going to get frustrated.
So I think there's a time and place for both.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I agree with that. Because I am a pistachio eater with the shells. I'm a shell gal because same thing. It's more about, honestly, it's about like and the only time I eat pistachios really is like, if you're on a car ride and you need to kind of keep yourself awake or like, have something to do. But I'm about the experience of it more than I like the physical taste, I guess, of it. But I'm with Biggs. There's a time and a place. You can't be spitting shell. Like if you're out at the, whatever, you can put them on the ground, who cares? But
and honestly,
out on the golf course and stuff, maybe if you have a cup, I don't like people that throw seed shells down on the golf course.
Right.
But yeah, I think there's a time and a place. And if you want the flavored ones, then you do have to get the shelled ones. So
and let me tell you, if you're sitting down in any particular place, and you could sit there and crack shells. I mean, that's the fun part, right? Cracking the shell, getting inside there, and trying to even get the skin of the shell, and you want to, kind of suck on the shell, a little bit, and all that stuff. But and I tell you the truth, I haven't seen any red ones in the stores lately. I don't know if they're selling the red shelled ones or not anymore, but all I see is the white shelled ones. And but like you said, you're traveling in the car, don't have the time to crack a shell, or you just reached in the bag and you grab, unfortunately sometimes it's 4 or 5, you put them in your mouth or whatever the case might be. Now there's people that do take one at a time out of the unshelled ones, and
I've never seen it. I haven't seen it, man. They'll try.
And by the way, just for the record, if you're watching us on BGT-TV, this was not planned for Amanda to wear a pistachio shirt.
And we're agreeing too. We're in green.
Yeah.
I was green. Yeah, but go ahead. You can go first, ladies first.
No,
go ahead. Let's wait for Biggs.
I'm with Biggs on this. I think there's a time and a place because also, you can't be sitting somewhere, or if I'm out in public and I don't want to keep putting my hands in my mouth and cracking the shell. So if I'm home or I have the ability to have clean hands and I'm also not around people seeing me crack these shells like I'm living in the backwoods, then, I think the privacy part of it is a big part of it. But it's like it's like sunflower seeds. Same thing. Like it's way less fun to eat sunflower seeds shelled. You're like, oh, okay. I mean, that's what you put on a salad. But the fun part about it is like
sunflower seeds, though. Sunflower seeds in the umpiring world, we will grab a handful and stuff.
Same.
And
same. You're good when you can store a patch in one cheek and transfer over one at a time to the other cheek to crack it and spit it out, and it all happens. So I'm with you. I mean, I think pistachios are a little more difficult. Some of them you can't. You're gonna break your teeth on them, so
you got to have a tool. And we found on the poll that we had.
I don't even use a tool. I just throw it in.
No. I don't. No, dude. At $5 a pound, I'm not throwing one of those.
If I can't get it over, the ones that don't have enough of a sliver in them that you can't break them, I chuck it.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Negative. No. Don't throw pistachios away. They're too expensive. Don't throw them away. Stop being lazy and crack that thing open. It does not hurt. Even the women were like that. You should see my thumbnails after cracking those things. Right. That's what you do. Yeah, and the only thing I'm going to agree with in public now, before, when I used to fly, I used to bring my nice little bag of pistachios and sit on there and eat it, throw it in a cup. It kept me occupied. I watched my TV, and I was good. I'm not doing that now on an airplane. I'm not going to do it on any airplane, trying to play with eating pistachios and this, the stuff that's going on with COVID and stuff like that. I won't do it out in public, but I'll do it on the golf course. I use a cup. A lot of people are concerned, a lot of people are nasty. I can't help it.
Let me ask you something. And, I don't know. I might be confused by it. Why wouldn't you do it on an airplane? If you're sitting there and you're just eating your own stuff, you're just touching your own stuff. Why? I
don't, because I don't want to get up. I don't want to go to the bathroom, wash my hands, and all. I don't want to go through all the crazy stuff.
So that's where you have a handle, baby wipes.
Because I'm meticulous of what I do. I set my table down. I got a routine, man. If I can't keep my routine, and now on an airplane,
I have been on the airplane with Bill the Godfather Cuevas, and a lot of times I see his head in his lap.
Exactly. Because that's how I'm going to pass out, because I get bored if next to you and there's nothing to do. So anyway, like I was saying,
we're going to have to go on a trip. We're going to have to go on a flight together.
Yeah, let's go on the flight together.
We're going to document it.
Yeah.
But now the new thing, which wasn't like it before, if you were eating, you could keep your mask down on the airplane.
Right.
You can keep it down, and that's how it was. Now all of a sudden, they want you to take your bite and put your mask back on and chew. And I'm like,
no,
that makes it really difficult.
Last night, I flew back to Phoenix, and same thing. I know while I was eating, my mask is down.
Yeah,
and I'm not playing this game.
It is, because now you're taking that stuff, you're putting on your mask, taking it up.
But you're contaminating the mask with the residue of whatever food
exactly.
You have. It actually, now you just nullify what the mask is supposed to do.
Exactly. It's counterproductive. So to me, it's not worth doing it. I can wait before an airplane, after an airplane ride. It's okay. But on an airplane right now, anything that takes too much to eat and then you have to touch, if I have it off for 10 seconds, I don't know what's going to be the difference going like this. I mean, if it's there, it's there. And if it's somewhere that I touch, it's there. I mean, at that particular point. So I don't get it. I don't get that crazy stuff. But on a good note, Florida might not be wearing a mask.
And well, here's the thing too: is on an airplane, there is not one person 6 feet away from you. I mean, you're within 3 feet away from people. So
not even that anymore.
A mask is not going to save that. I'm sorry. If you have 150 people on an airplane, a mask is not going to save you from getting sick.
No, it's not. You see the prices going up, and now all the center seats are filled. So how did they explain that? Before it was like, less people were traveling.
One thing I have seen is they have, most of these airplanes now have, and I forgot what they call it, but there's a word for it and a terminology for it. But they are spraying, fresh. I don't know if it's fresh air or some kind of sanitizer that's going through the air or something like that. But above the luggage thing, you'll see mist. Yeah. That spray.
Well, I mean, a lot of them, like Southwest, they're circulating the air like every 2 minutes or something is going in. They're actually taking the air from outside, and they got this new thing that does it. Okay, if that's the case, why can't I eat my nuts in peace? If I want to eat nuts for 5 minutes and then put my mask on,
point.
And here's the thing: if you're worried and that is a health concern to you, flying is probably not your best option.
Absolutely.
Right?
Travel.
So, I mean, I respect it. I get it. People have underlying conditions and whatnot. But
I had a person the other day on a baseball field tell me, say that their daughter, which is a grown adult, by the way, couldn't wear a mask because they have a health condition. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. So you're willing to take your daughter and put her at risk and put others at risk because she can't wear a mask. Just because she has a health condition doesn't mean she's, can't pass the virus.
Right.
Or get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. That's what people are. You just got to be considerate for others.
Sue me and all that stuff that I'm going against a handicapped individual. And I'm like, no.
That's everybody's go-to now. Yeah. Everybody's go-to. You're discriminating. You're either discriminating against me. You're this to me. You're that to me. You had a case on the airline. and they posted it up, and it was on social media. The woman, the stewardess or whatever they call them now, the little kid was, I think, 2 years old, and they said it. The kid's 2 years old. Oh, didn't have a mask. The kid had autism or something. Had something wrong. They just kept taking it off. They made them get off the plane. She refused to let them stay on the plane with the baby doing that. And everybody, you got it split sided. Well, it says 2 years and older have to wear it. And I'm like, well, what about these underlying conditions? That kid was on the farmost side up against the window, not bothering nobody. And you're choosing to throw a whole family off, knowing that they have autistic kid. And one of the kids might have been, even worse, in worse condition than the one that they were complaining about. And now you got to throw them all off the plane.
Well, here's the thing, Bill. Here's my thing about that. And I'm going to go against you on this.
Oh, no, I didn't.
But here's what my thought process of this is.
Mhm.
Everything you do in life is by choice. The only thing you have to do in life is pay taxes. Okay? That's the only thing you must do.
And die.
Everything else is a choice. You make a choice to travel. So therefore, if a certain airline has a restriction, you don't have the right to travel. That's a choice to travel. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you choose to travel via airplane, well, there's certain restrictions, and if you don't like it, travel some other way.
And that's where we're split right down the middle.
Travel in your car, because then you have your own right to do your own thing in your own car.
Yeah.
But if you're traveling with multiple people, and they have these, whether we listen, I'm with everybody, and the majority of the whole mask mandate sucks. It does. But it is a mandate. Therefore, we should follow it, and we have to follow it. And if we don't like it, then don't do something that's going to require you to wear a mask. Period. Yeah. Don't show up to a ball game. Don't show up to a sporting event. Don't show up there. Just stay in your little home and be safe if you don't want to wear a mask. I don't want to wear a mask, but I choose to if I want to go out and travel.
Well, and I guess the 26th is coming really, really quickly, and we're going to see what the governor of Florida does, because he's been leading the field. And apparently, if it goes the way it's going, there's not going to be masks out there. So you're going to be able to go to baseball games and everything else. And if you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear it. If you're going to wear a mask, you can wear it. It's all by choice, and that's where it's getting to. Whether people like it, don't like it, or whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact is, things are getting better. Those masks are going to disappear for the people that don't want to wear them, that feel that they're inconvenienced. They can't go to the gym and work out and everything else.
Let's break away on the radio side. We're going to continue this conversation here on BGT-TV, because I know Amanda has an opinion too. So let's get to that as well. So on the radio side, more Biggs Golf Talk coming your way after this. Amanda is going to take off, and we will come back with hour number 2 right here on Biggs Golf Talk Radio. We'll be right back right after this. Staying with us here on BGT-TV on the YouTube channel and all that. So we're just talking about various topics here. We went from pistachios to masks,
I got a story about pistachios, and my sister might be listening. My sister's an eye doctor, right? And she knows the story. And my other sister's a psychologist. Like, they make a lot more money than I do, but whatever they do. One of them was dating. I don't know if I guess he kind of identified as a gentleman back in those days. So he had a shirt on.
Is he not a gentleman now?
I don't know how he identifies. That's what I'm going to say. So back then he was allegedly identifying as a male, and he happened to. I'm kind of lost. I'm still to this day. She goes, "Oh, that's a nice green shirt you have on." And he goes, "This shirt is not green. It's pistachio." You want to see a guy lose it? I lost it. Even to this day, no, it's not green. It's pistachio. And I'm like, and this guy's your boyfriend? Okay. Yeah, so pistachio, minus the fact that I'm eating them. The color wise, I can't handle the color, man. Oh, goodness. All right, let's go back to this earlier. Go ahead, Amanda. Give us your opinion so we can
Well,
get rid of you.
well, I have to say, so as far as the family on the plane, I haven't watched. I've watched some of the video a little bit, but I was not super clear. So you heard people say that the child was actively eating.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was like a big part of why there was so much commotion, was that she was eating. She was actively eating her applesauce. So the rule is, if you're eating, you don't have to have it. So that was a big, if that was true and she had it down, or was she being a 2-year-old and just fussy and didn't really want it on? And I don't want to say as a parent, because I'm not a parent, but as a parent, I think it would be very tough. And this is where Big's kind of argument comes in. You're kind of taking the gamble, having your kids on the plane. But the fact that she's 2, and that, I think it would just be incredibly hard to make sure. I trip out. I watch these little kids, these like 4 and 5-year-olds. So imagine a 2-year-old. They don't even get it. At least a 4 or 5-year-old, you're like, okay, we're wearing our masks today. I watch these little kids walk around and I'm like, I'm amazed. They just think it's part of life. Like, absolutely. That's just the way it has to be. I wear a mask. And so,
you know what? Here's the thing too, is how many people I've come across as a supervisor at a tournament, and how many people that don't want to wear masks and say, oh, I have asthma. I mean, that's the number one reason. Number one reason why I hear people not wearing masks. Well, here's the thing. I'm sorry, it's required, and if you're sick or you have asthma, please don't come here.
Well, asthma's not a good thing to have in where you guys live.
But there is a safety measure that has to be put in place, and that's put forth by our governor, not by us. These aren't tournament rules. Yeah. These are put forth as a mandate by the state of New Mexico.
Sure.
Yeah, you're just following the rules, and it makes sense if you have these underlying conditions. They're telling you, don't be in places like that. Why would you put yourself in that kind of thing? I would see if you're the only parent and stuff like that, and you're taking your kid, and you want that kid, you're single, you're taking them, and you know what? Go stand somewhere where they're not watching you.
I just received a text message just now as we are doing the show, and I just want to say my best wishes go out to the Bishop family. Bill, Corby. Corby has been tested positive for COVID.
Man.
She's been sick for quite some time. And for those, her mom is old and very fragile.
That's my girlfriend.
I could just imagine what the Bishop family is going through right now with the concern of, with Frida and all that stuff. We want to just send our get well wishes out to the Bishop family, and certainly extend our, my wife and I will do whatever we have to do to keep them safe and do what we need to do. But
I spoke with her a couple of days ago. I called her up.
She's been one of the people that have been very careful. I mean, she will not go to places. She will not.
She's working from home. She's doing everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I did speak to her, the other day. I called her up after we spoke, and you told me that, that she was feeling under the weather, because I was worried about Frida. Frida's been sick for a while, and I just wanted to check up on both of them at that particular point. And her boyfriend was hunting and stuff, and as we talked about it, we saw the videos and stuff of him hunting. So I checked in on her, and she had that consistent headache like most people do, and she was starting to feel more and more, and it was running through her house. So it's sad, especially with everything that's going on with Frida. So keep them in your prayers. You know what I mean? She's up there in her 80s. You know what I mean? She of course she loves me. You know what I mean? I'm her favorite. She can't help it.
Again, just because you take extra precaution, and I mean, this is proof it can happen. I mean,
yeah. It could happen. I mean, when it. I mean, every time how many times this last year I've been on an airplane. I've been on the airplane so much that I got A-list and everything else on it. I mean, because that's how many times I've been on the airplane. I knock on wood and thank God that I haven't gotten it. And I don't know if I'm starting. I was talking to my cousin, and his girlfriend, wife, she got it, and he didn't even know, and he was sleeping with her every single night, right there, same bed, same house. They both retired, both together all day long. She had it, he never got it.
Yeah, my caddy, he lived with his family while he had it, and he didn't go to a hotel, and nobody got it from the family.
See, I don't know. I mean, it could. Some people are talking something. I don't know if it's O positive or O this or whatever. But they're talking about if you have this specific kind of blood. A lot of the guys or girls that have this particular type aren't getting it. So that's not to say we haven't come.
Because I mean, I do have that O, and I don't remember if it's positive or negative, but I do have that O blood type.
Yeah.
In my system, so.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something. Just be protective. If you're going to go out and you have an underlying condition,
you know what? Don't give people a hard time if they're trying to enforce a mandate that's put forth by a governor. Whether you,
it's not. Yeah, exactly. Let people do their jobs.
Freedoms away, but we're just trying to be safe and all that stuff and follow the rules. I mean, that's all that is. So.
That's like going to a restaurant, eating inside, and telling your server, "Oh, can you put on a mask while you don't have your mask on and you trying to eat?" You know what I mean? If they're going to come and they have it, you're there. Everybody's there. You know how many people they're interacting with? Publix. You go to Publix, you go to Walmart, Sam's Club, gas station. They're not wiping down that gas station after everybody's touching it.
Well, Costco does.
Not here. Not here. Yeah, I don't. I mean, we have a Costco's here as well.
Sam's Club does too. Sam's Club will wipe down every pump after every use.
Wow.
Not here, brother. Yeah, I could tell you it's not happening here. And no gas station is it happening, and you know, back in the beginning you saw people wearing rubber gloves, and then they go and they touch their face and do it, and they got to take these, so it was counterproductive. But now I don't, honestly, I would say we're at about 70% alleged normal, because we don't know what I mean, normal and stuff like that, but we're about at 75%. Yeah, I know, that's why I said allegedly, but remember, that's the word, drink, allegedly. But I don't see it. You're going to these places, and there's more and more places. You're seeing a lot more people outside. They're not wearing the mask. They're going shopping. People are becoming more, whether it's complacent or whatever it is, more comfortable.
Right.
It's not there. I mean, I like now when I fly and I go back to next week, I'll be in New Mexico. You know, what are you going to do?
Same.
I'm going to wear my mask. You're going to be there. We're going to be there. We're going to do what we have to do coming up. We just going to follow what protects me. I'm going to protect me, and I'm going to do what I can to stay away from people and whatever I can do. So instead of complaining, be proactive, do something to help everybody else. We all have that mindset, me. But think about other people. You might have somebody that legitimately is trying to protect themselves and stay alive. So,
all right. We're going to go more BGT-TV coming your way. So keep watching here on YouTube TV. Amanda, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
They got 31 minutes of Amanda.
That's a whole lot of diva.
And the next segment will be how not to puke. Yeah.
Whatever. Bye, guys. Have a good week.